Hello, my fellow Global Studies peers. So today is Friday, and you know what that means? Current Event Day. Today, I will be taking you guys all the way to a country in South America that goes by the name of Venezuela. My current event today is on the Venezuelan death and humanitarian crisis. Before we get started, here are a few important words that you should know. Death, something typically money that is owed or due. Humanitarian, something that is concerned with or seeking to assist the health and good fortune of a person or group. Inflation, a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. Socialism, a social organization that supports that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be controlled by the community as a whole. Petróleos de Venezuela, South America. It is the Venezuelan state-owned oil and natural gas company. And last but not least, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries is an intergovernmental organization of 14 nations. Now, back to my topic. Venezuela wasn't always poor. In the 20th century, oil made the country the richest in Latin America. In 1998, Hugo Chavez, Venezuela's president at the time, began a political revolution with a new constitution with socialist policies, all strengthened by expensive oil prices. Chavez, with his policies, seemed to help the people and the country, but not a lot, because with a lot less money coming in, oil prices started to plummet and massive inflation began. Currently, Venezuela is now still facing a death crisis due to the lack of its oil reserves production. And now, Venezuela is also facing a humanitarian crisis because of the death crisis. The country has no other important income other than the oil it sells abroad. Oil exports make up over 95% of the country's income, meaning if there's no oil to sell, then there's no money to spend. The Petróleos de Venezuela, South America, Venezuela's state-owned oil and natural gas company, is pressured because they are struggling to deliver funds for a bond payment. The state-owned company is also struggling to find the funds to drain wells, maintain the oil fields, and keep the pipelines and ports working. Since Venezuela is pumping oil below the OPEC target, they don't have enough money to pay back the foreign organization of the petroleum exporting. Maduro said that the state oil company, PDVSA, would make one more death payment, but details are not known when that is bound to happen. Maduro has also made the decision to put the death above imports. That decision has made a big impact on the population. Many people, including children, are dying due to medical and food shortages because prices are skyrocketing. People are having to go across the border just to get food because Venezuela is a country that mostly gets its food from abroad. If the investors stop the country's oil shipments, then the medical and food shortages will worsen due to the prices rising. Food and supplies have become so short that they are now being sold in the black markets instead of stores. Because of this, Maduro put his military in charge of managing the food supply. All this is making the people of Venezuela protest. Many articles have stated that if Maduro and his government can't come to an agreement about the debt restructuring, that everything in Venezuela will fall into a worse death. So here are a few questions I have for you guys. Why do you think Maduro is still president? Do you think the government is making the right decisions? Should the OPEC be more subtle with Venezuela's crisis? That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Bye.